While Obi was selling tomato ketchup, Tinubu already paid his dues. Fani Kayode. Peter Obi was still a trader selling tomato ketchup and Bonvita in 1999. Bola Tinubu had already paid his dues, made his mark, and was already running for the governorship of Lagos State. Former Aviation Minister Femi Fani Kayode has said while the Labour Party's presidential candidate Peter Obi was still a trader selling tomato ketchup and Bonvita in 1999, Bola Tinubu had already paid his dues, made his mark, and was already running for the governorship of Lagos State. Fani Kayode, in his article The Obedient, the Jagaban and the Icarus Syndrome, said those who are comparing Obi with Tinubu are not serious. What I find the most irritating and objectionable about the Obedient is not their unadulterated aggression and abusive tendencies, but rather their insistence on comparing their leader Peter Obi to Tinubu. I consider this to be deeply insulting. It is like comparing Don Perignon to Ogogoro. It is like comparing Crystal Champagne to what the people of the Niger Delta call Shekwe. It is like comparing the finest red wine from the vineyard of Bordeaux to what the Ghanaians call Akpeteshi. It is like comparing chalk and cheese. It is like comparing a Rolls Royce to a Volkswagen Beetle, a Porsche Carrera to a three-wheeled scooter, a Ferrari to a broken-down Mini, or a Gulfstream jet to an Abba-made helicopter. When Obi was still in kindergarten, Bola Ahmed Tinubu was already a very wealthy and successful businessman who had worked and invested massively in the oil, gas, high-tech and communication sector. At that time, he was already a dollar millionaire, and he invested much of his wealth into politics and the lives of others that were less fortunate than he was. When Obi was still in secondary school, Bola Ahmed Tinubu was already an integral part of the massive political network and a key figure in the late Major General Shehu Musa Yar'Adua's formidable political family, which was known as the People's Front. Together with other notable seasoned leaders like Babagana Kingibe and Atiku Abubakar. They were, of course, to later join the SDP as a group, and they more than any other ensured the emergencies of Chief MKO Abiola as the presidential flag bearer of that party at their just convention in 1993. When Obi was still at university, Bola Ahmed Tinubu was in the trenches, fighting military government, leading NADECO and risking his life and liberty for the restoration of MKO Abiola's June 12 mandate, which had been annulled by the military and for democracy. Many of today's obedients were not born at that time, but they should go and ask their parents or grandparents about what happened and the role that Bola Tinubu played, he said. According to Fani Kayode, those of us that were around and very vocal and active at the time can testify to his efforts, and we were amongst those that were then described as NADECO foot soldiers. Bola Tinubu inspired us and millions of other Nigerians and Democrats all over the world with his courage and effort, and he encouraged us to keep up the struggle and rise up for June 12th, and we did. Many of our people were killed, incarcerated, and driven into exile, including yours truly, and had it not been for the leadership of the following heroes, we would still be under the yoke of military rule today. I will make this a full and comprehensive list for the benefit of those young obedients who have no knowledge of our nation's history and who knows nothing about the June 12th struggle. Fani Kayode added that Bola Ahmed Tinubu was not just among them, but he was one of those that led them, inspired them, and fueled and financed the resistance. Outside of that, and before the struggle even began, Tinubu had been elected as a senator during the Third Republic in 1992 on the platform of SDP, recording the highest numbers of votes for a Senate seat in the entire country. While at the Senate, he excelled and was appointed chairman of the Senate Committee on Banking and Finance. This was just short of a decade before he became governor of Lagos State in 1999, after the murder of MKO Abiola and the then head of state, General Sani Abacha. After returning home from exile and after the military were driven away and pushed out of office from 1990 up until today, Tinubu has been an active and key player in the political firmament of Nigeria, and he has always fought against injustice and tyranny. Whilst Obi was still a trader selling tomato ketchup and Bonvita in 1999, Bola Ahmed Tinubu had paid his dues, made his mark, and was already running for the governorship of Lagos State.